Let me see what you got, baby. Simply amazing. Pass, Pop. Stay on it. Oh! I love it. I love it.
NBA video. Nothing gets you closer to the game.
NBA Entertainment, Grant Hill, take one.
Grant Hill spins it.
Whoever I'm going against is not going to stop me.
Grant Hill on the explosion. That was Jordan.
He looks gentle, but he's a tiger underneath.
Nice guys finish last. That's what they say.
The 1995 Rookie of the Year, Grant Hill.
Grant Hill! People can't get enough of Grant Hill.
Is he having fun or what?
Sensational play by Grant Hill!
Grant Hill is fun to watch.
From the Dream Team, Anthony Hardaway.
Penny on the break will drive and slam it in. Hardaway knocks down the
I'm lucky I'm on the Dream Team. We don't need your help to get to the Olympics, but there are a lot of athletes who do.
Help them get there. Call now. U.S. Olympians receive no financial support from our government. They need yours. Every donor receives official Olympic merchandise.
Putting on the uniform is something I've dreamt about since I was a little kid. Just putting it on, you feel a special responsibility and a special opportunity.
John's not good! Is he unbelievable?
Whenever you put the USA jersey on and you see the quality of guys that step foot on that floor, that makes you just rise.
What a performance by David Robinson.
When you put this uniform on, it makes a statement. One, you represent your country, then the other one is you're part of a team that's totally awesome.
This summer, a select group of athletes will represent the United States on the Olympic stage in Atlanta. As they prepare for the challenge, they look to their uniforms as a source of inspiration and go forward with a single goal: Olympic glory.
The pride factor of putting this uniform on makes you want to step your game up 10 levels. I'm sure when that day comes, I'll be the proudest basketball player in the world.
I'm actually wearing the U.S. uniform. Still can't believe it, it's still like a dream.
Not long ago, the idea of assembling the game's greatest players onto one team seemed like an impossible dream. But in 1992, the idea became an Olympic reality. The Dream Team went to Barcelona and put on a gold medal performance that dazzled the world.
There's never been a team like the Dream Team. Never.
This group may well be the greatest team ever assembled in the history of team sports.
Now there's a new team with the same mission. A mix of young stars and veterans, all of them primed for the challenge of living up to the success of their predecessors. At All-Star Weekend, the '96 team got its first thrill of Olympic reality when the players donned their USA uniforms for a photo session.
Are they tight enough, Robert? Yeah. I'll just take one just us hanging out.
all that, yeah, setup stuff.
This is where it all starts, and hopefully I'll see a lot of these guys this summer. So we'll hang out, get to know what makes them so great.
Of course, comparisons to the original Dream Team are inevitable.
I think back then, we had the knowledge of the game, the magic, the Larry, the flamboyancy of Michael and Charles, but it all depends on which team I want to play with. That'll really decide which team is the best.
The original Dream Team made a lasting impact on everyone who saw it, including those who are now taking the torch.
I seen the Dream Team and see them win the gold medal. It really made me want to be in the Olympics. It became a big dream of mine to be on the team, and finally, it happened for me.
When it came to selecting the '96 team, Anthony "Penny" Hardaway was an easy choice. In just 3 seasons with the Orlando Magic, he has become one of the game's best and most exciting players.
The Anthony "Penny" Hardaway show has begun. Baby, what a play! Hardaway! Have mercy! Penny on the run. Owens gets back. Oh, what a shot!
This is in your highlight film, probably for the season.
Penny is an unbelievable athlete, and he has great confidence. And, here's a guy that's exciting. He's dunking over guys. He's running all up and down the floor. And to see him after he's accomplished some things and to see him still hungry and humble is real special.
That's how you take the ball to the basket, Chip. That is what it's about.
In combining artistry with grace, Penny has an uncanny ability to see the whole court. As he is surrounded by great players at every position, that innate sense will help make the Dream Team a nightmare to defend.
Oh boy, tremendous court awareness.
It's just like playing an all-star game, but with more firepower. You're coming down the floor, it seems like nobody's going to miss, and just giving the ball to a David Robinson or to a Reggie Miller, just throwing the ball to anybody and just closing your eyes and knowing the basket's going to go in, it's going to be great.
It's a three-pointer for Reggie Miller.
All I'm going to do is run the floor and spot up in threes. And I know Penny will do a good job of finding, the rest of the team.
Switch throw. Oh, what a pass to Anderson.
Penny can do so many things out there. He's a winner. He wants to win, and he'll do whatever it takes to help his team win, whether it means sacrificing his offense so that other players are in the play or scoring, or that they're being taken advantage of.
You think he has eyes in the back of his head? No, but it seems as if he does at times.
Despite coming off a grueling NBA season, Penny will have no shortage of energy or desire come July, when the Dream Team heads to Atlanta.
It's a special moment. You really don't worry about how tired you are or how far you've gone in the playoffs when it comes down to the Olympics, because it's really a once-in-a-lifetime thing for a lot of guys, and I just want to take advantage of it. It's just, a dream come true.
Helping to turn Penny into gold will be an unprecedented collection of talent at the center position.
It's unfair to the other countries for us to have these 3 guys, on our team.
So many moves, so much power, unstoppable.
David Robinson, quick, inside-outside game, powerful.
And Robinson with authority.
Hakeem just has a package that I've never seen a big man have, with the finesse and everything down low.
Olajuwon with one move one way and one the other.
And with Shaq, all power. Nobody can really handle him down low.
Hold on to the roof! The Shaq attack!
Even one of the guys who we give the ball to down there, they can score at will.
Penny knows better than anyone the power and the intimidation of Shaquille O'Neal. They've become one of the game's great young tandems, and now they're bringing their talents to the world stage.
Hardaway, here is Shaq, baby! Hardaway on a steal, shovels it!
Hardaway to catch. He lobs to Shaquille!
Like Penny, Shaq's presence on the Olympic team fulfills a childhood fantasy.
When I was a kid, everybody wanted to be on cereal boxes. Everybody wanted to be a professional, and everybody wanted to play for the Olympics. It means a lot.
Put your eyes about right here.
Shaq is well prepared for the attention he'll get as a member of the Olympic team. Just 24 years old, his fame has already transcended the world of basketball.
Slate! Very quiet, please. Roll him.
Rolling.
Fortunate fan. Walking down the street, brothers know my name. But I can't get caught up in that. No matter
what you say about me. You still the same old Shaq.
With platinum records and Hollywood movies to his credit, Shaq is a larger-than-life celebrity. But nowhere is his presence bigger than on the court.
Timeout for Shaq. He does! Oh, baby!
Bowie for O'Neal. That's a man's jam.
Keel's going to have to get back on transitions.
Oh, what a dunk.
Well, the big guy controls the middle.
He's so big. Shaq is just big and athletic, but he knows how to play the game. And the one thing that I love about Shaq is he works hard and he plays hard on both ends of the court.
Oh, beautiful move by Shaquille O'Neal.
If you let him get the position on the floor that he likes, he is so strong that it's almost impossible to stop him.
Oh, a powerful move.
He takes that little fall-away jump shot now, and he shoots the hook even better this year. So he's added to his game.
You get the idea. He feels he can do whatever he wants.
Even though Shaq is used to being the focus of attention, he's perfectly happy to share playing time with his Olympic teammates.
It really doesn't matter who starts. All the guys are great players. We're going to have, fun together. We're just going to go out, play hard, and just dominate.
But Shaq is putting on a show. He is putting on a show.
Shaq will be sharing the center spotlight with another of the game's giants, Hakeem Olajuwon, the man of a million moves.
Nice pass to Hakeem. Get it down to Hakeem, baseline move. Oh, Olajuwon.
For Olajuwon, a spot on the Olympic team seems to be a perfect fit.
They call Hakeem the dream, but to defend him is a nightmare.
I think it's just it's so natural, my nickname and also to be on a dream team. That is truly a dream for me.
A native of Nigeria, Olajuwon's dream of representing his adopted country once seemed out of reach. But in 1995, 2 years after becoming a U.S. citizen, Hakeem was allowed to compete as an American in international competition.
Because of the rules, that dream was kind of lost for a while. So this was just another example to have faith, not to lose hope.
Olajuwon's remarkable career has been a study in faith and perseverance. He needed both in the 1994 NBA playoffs when the Rockets repeatedly had their backs against the wall. But Hakeem's determination carried his team to the top.
Easily gets away from Wood. And the foul. He has been unstoppable.
And the Houston Rockets, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, are the world champions of 1994. Took them 10 years, but Hakeem finally has won the big one.
Looking to do it all over again the next year, Houston defied the odds and returned to the finals. Going head-to-head against Shaq and the Orlando Magic, Hakeem was again remarkable.
The big men have battled here tonight.
Olajuwon, beautiful move.
He puts it up, under him off, tipped in by Hakeem.
The Houston Rockets have won their second consecutive NBA championship.
A lot of things enter into winning the championship, but I without a doubt think he's carried that team both years.
If I had to sum up Hakeem's performance, I'd have to say it's legendary. It's something that people will talk about for many years and is something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Hakeem has secured his place among the game's legends and is now aiming for even greater glory.
To be selected as one of the players to represent the United States, that's a big honor. I feel so honored and so proud to be wearing the uniform.
The third member of the Big Three, David Robinson, will be representing his country for the third time in the Olympics. But he's just as thrilled this time around as he was in 1988.
I think just putting on the uniform every day, man, going out and practicing every day is the feeling that's so special. Being there and being a part of it, that's the part that draws you back.
The NBA's most valuable player in 1995, Robinson brings his spectacular athleticism to the Dream Team.
Robinson ahead of the field has it. Oh, a 360 spin and slams it down.
Johnson 2-on-1 alley-oop. Robinson hammers it down.
It's just hard to imagine a center being 7 feet tall, able to outrun guards out there, and able to play inside.
Stolen by Robinson. Here he goes. Tie game.
No matter where you are, you can be on one side of the court, and he can be on the other side of the court. And you're still worried about him blocking your shot.
Blocked by David Robinson. What an incredible play.
I mean, he seems to be everywhere.
Robinson's unique skills add another dimension to the center trio that figures to be as versatile as it will be dominant.
Robinson for the slam. Showtime at the Alamo Dome.
I hope there's a situation where I can put them all three in the game and let Shaquille play the center, let Hakeem maybe handle the ball, and David be a forward. It would be fun.
David Robinson at his best on both ends of the floor.
It would be a pretty scary prospect, I think, for the other team. There's a lot of defense there, there's a lot of offense, and it's just exciting to kind of mix our abilities once in a while. When you're on the floor and you're playing against one another during the season, there can be no love lost. But I think most guys are mature enough to understand that, and when we get out into a time when we play together, we represent our country, it's a whole different ball game.
Don't fall asleep on me.
As an Olympian who's been there before, Robinson knows the full measure of pride and responsibility in representing his country.
When I put the uniform now on, I can remember some of the great experiences I had in not only '88 but '92, and it just brings a lot of emotion.
Looking back on the '92 Dream Team, the Olympic experience was unlike any other. The players arrived in Barcelona with the kind of fanfare usually reserved for rock stars and royalty.
We couldn't go anywhere without being deluged by the fans.
It was incomprehensible. I think you just have to be there. It was like traveling with, I guess, the Beatles or Michael Jackson, where there's thousands and thousands of people waiting all the time.
There's no doubt, though, that wherever they go, they cause a frenzy, and here in Spain, it's absolutely no different.
Police cars in front, armed guards on the side, and helicopter above the bus. It was unbelievable.
That the world's greatest basketball team had invaded Europe was not lost on the players themselves. They were hailed as global celebrities, but they were experiencing a personal thrill, the fun of playing together on the same team.
It was great because the guys that I played against, we became great friends. And, we really didn't have much of a friendship at all before that point.
Sometimes I dream that he is me. I just want to be like Mike.
The players found instant camaraderie off the court and on. They played at a level never before seen in Olympic competition. And though each was a superstar in his own right, they had a common purpose.
Everybody left egos, their teams, and everything else to the side, because we had one goal in mind. That's to go over and win. That's the only goal we had.
They swept all 8 opponents and gave fans around the world a thrill they would never forget.
This is what they came to see, some sort of show, and every time Team USA does that, the crowd erupts.
I'll say they do. Like everyone else in the world, I was a fan. When you have Michael and Magic and Larry and everyone else, you're going to watch and enjoy it.
The U.S. with a 46-1 run. 46-1.
You have an opportunity to be as one with some of the greatest talent in the world. You just feel like you're unbeatable, and we were.
29 unanswered points by the United States.
They may have to change the nets at halftime. America's wearing them out.
And the United States now leads by 50.
Our team was so good that we couldn't be beat. If we had a loss, it would have been the greatest upset probably in sports.
And yet, the Dream Team never faltered. Its final performance, the gold medal game against Croatia, was just as dominating and dazzling as its first.
The U.S. has defeated Croatia 117-85, and they have, as expected, won the gold here in Barcelona.
The dream team had captured the imaginations of fans around the world and proved its greatness for all time.
I think what really got me was hearing the national anthem. And I think that's when it hit home that we had won the gold medal. And looking up and seeing like USA flags waving and your friends and family waving, and we won. It's awesome, to look back on that and say, God, we won the gold medal and we finally taken things back that's ours.
They had come to Barcelona in pursuit of a single dream, and they had left as champions, winners of the ultimate Olympic prize. The memories were truly unforgettable.
Just being asked to be on the dream team was a highlight of my career. There was an honor that doesn't come every day.
But John Stockton's experience in Barcelona was marred by a leg injury that kept him on the sidelines for most of the games.
Last time was disappointing, mostly from the standpoint that I couldn't really practice with the guys. And those practices and scrimmages within practice were something to watch, and I'm sure they were tremendous to play in.
What the world missed in Barcelona, Utah Jazz fans have been witnessing for 12 years.
Look at the pass. Down the middle of Stockton. Look down the end. Look up. Score. Count it.
Final 2 seconds. Stockton on the turn for the win. An incredible play by an incredible player.
Missing only 4 games in his career, Stockton has become the NBA's all-time leader in steals and assists.
Ball front court left. He looks to Karl Malone. He's got him low. The mailman jumps it. Shot up. It's there. He did it. A new NBA assist king, John Stockton.
He doesn't care about anything else but setting up other people, and that's a unique and rarity in this game. A lot of players like to put the ball in the hoop, but people don't understand it takes someone else to get you the ball.
That's the reason he leads the NBA in assists every year.
Stockton's perfect for this role. That's part of what makes a team like this so special, because everybody's going to be doing their job to help one another look good.
Stockton alley-oop to Karl. Hammered up. What a play.
He's so smart and intelligent with the basketball. He's a great leader, and I'll try to learn as much as I can from him.
Stockton all the way. Stockton to the hoop. Traylor. What a play. The greatest point guard ever to play the game.
Stockton will be reunited on the Olympic team with Utah teammate Karl Malone. Since Malone's arrival in 1985, the two have made the Jazz a perennial NBA power.
That's a dynamic duo again of Stockton and Malone.
They are as celebrated as any tandem in sports.
Stockton. 22nd on the left, Karl to the middle, Stockton with the ball to Karl Malone. Hammered up, Stockton Malone. And a Jazz run, Stockton mailman. What a pass, hammered up.
There's a two-man game, left side of the floor. There it is, and Malone with the dunk. That's the bread and butter of the Utah offense.
Stockton and Malone have shared many great moments, including co-MVP performances at the '93 All-Star Game on their own floor in Salt Lake City.
Well, you know why Stockton and Malone are future Hall of Famers, the way they have played here tonight.
I realized one thing that when our career is over with, when you say one player, you probably say the other one. I realized that if we ever go to the Hall of Fame, they'll probably want us there on the same day. We're connected for life, but he's not a bad guy at all to be connected with.
Karl and I have been through a lot together, and I'm thrilled to share all my experiences with him. He's a great friend, great guy, and a great teammate. So the more things we can do together, the happier I am.
Through the years, Malone has been the recipient of countless John Stockton passes. A formidable player in his own right, Malone has faithfully delivered on his nickname time and again. Among the game's top rebounders and scorers, Malone is the only player ever to collect more than 2,000 points in 9 straight seasons.
Karl Malone, they can't stop him.
It reminds me of the same way my role is with the Jazz. Probably not the scoring part as much, because we've got a lot of weapons, but a lot of the rebounding, a lot of the things like that I'll do. But then I expect out of my teammates what they'll probably expect out of me. Let's go out, let's play as hard as you can and win the gold medal. And we're not going there for anything else. And I think everybody realized that. And that's going to be our attitude from the time we start training until it's over with. To win a gold medal on an Olympic team that in history books one day they'll talk about, it's worth the sacrifice. Everybody tell me, God, you know, oh, you're gonna have a tough summer next summer, and it's not that, because I'm not looking at it as a job. I'm looking at having fun, you know, and that's the way I approach it, and that's how I approach every game. So it's responsibility, but it's neat responsibility, and it's a responsibility that if you line 1 million people up in a room, they'll want to take that responsibility. So why not me?
As Malone prepares for his second Olympic experience, he's honored to be among the chosen few and looks forward to building memories that will last a lifetime.
While you're in your career, everything's just going 100 miles an hour, and it's going to come that time when you got to step away from it. And then I think that's when I'll start getting out my Olympic jerseys and see if I still fit in them. Those are the kind of things I'll look back on and I'll think about.
Scottie Pippen also has Olympic memories to savor. He too won a gold medal in 1992 and hopes to win another in Atlanta. Pippen has more than come into his own as one of the game's brightest stars, helping to build a dynasty in Chicago.
The Chicago Bulls with 3 straight NBA championships.
Winning has become a part of Pippen's legacy, but as great a player as Scottie is, he continues to improve.
Makes the steal going. Yes, sir.
He elevated his game to a new level. And there's no question in my mind that when you talk about the great players of the game, Scottie Pippen's name has to be right up there.
Here's Pippen beating McLean. Oh, yes! And a foul. Scottie, half court. Oh, my word! Pip again leads the break. Down the ball. Yeah!
He's just a great player, and you know, he's up here, and we're all trying to catch up to him.
Though Pippen has always shown a flair for the spectacular, his true greatness lies in his ability to do everything on the floor.
What a play that was.
Here's a guy that's so versatile. You talk about could play the 1, 2, or 3 position, and if had to, could play the 4.
To be able to handle the ball, to shoot it and to pass it, and play good defense. Those are things that I've always had a knack for in the game.
Just so many weapons, it scares you. Blocked by Pippen on a play. He is the complete basketball player.
He can do everything, and that's the bottom line, and that's something that I've always tried to do, be able to do all parts of the game well. You know, he's someone who really set the tone for versatility.
What a dunk by Scottie Pippen.
Coming off a season in which the Bulls won a record 72 games, Pippen will now join another team for the ages.
This whole group got major strength. I mean, I look forward to playing with any of these guys and would love to have them on my team.
The feeling is mutual, even on the part of Pippen's greatest competitors.
4 seconds, 3. Here he comes. Fade away. Yes, Miller hits a big one. It's not a 3. With 0.8 of a second remaining, Reggie Miller.
After years of intense battles between the two, Miller is glad for the chance to be on Pippen's side.
You know, we've been bitter rivals for the last 7, 8 years, and I've always wanted to play with him, and this is probably going to be the best chance.
Miller will complement Pippen's versatility with his deadly shooting touch.
Reggie from the wing. Reggie Miller is on fire.
You're talking about one of the best. I mean, Reggie's is phenomenal, and not only is he great during the game, but he's a clutch three-point shooter.
How about this guy? Does he love the pressure? He makes all the big shots.
To me, that's like the ultimate, and you know, what better player, better shooter than Reggie Miller to have in that position, because he's just a great competitor. He likes to have the ball in his hands when the game's on the line.
If the game is on the line, everyone knows where the ball is going to end up, and there's nothing that no one else on the other team can do about it.
Here's Miller for 3. Yes!
And that's the mark of a great clutch player.
Few players have ever performed better than Miller under the red-hot glare of the playoff spotlight. One of his biggest postseason moments came against the New York Knicks in 1995. With Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals seemingly out of reach, Miller took over.
Miller for three, and he got it. Reggie Miller with a clutch trey, and it's 105-102. And a steal. Miller retreats to the three-point line and hits again. Tie game. Reggie Miller scoring 8 points in the final 32 seconds.
One of the most remarkable comebacks in all of basketball.
I could have never written anything like that in a script that happened, and I just feel fortunate I was there to watch it.
Miller's clutch performances have become classic, and with his patented three-point shot, he has earned his place among the game's best and won the honor of chasing a golden dream this summer.
And Reggie Miller has truly risen above the crowd.
To be with 11 other guys who are considered to be the best basketball players in the world, it's an awesome feeling.
No one knows that feeling better than Reggie's sister Cheryl. In 1984, she led the U.S. women's national team to the first of 2 gold medals in the decade. But in 1992, the U.S. learned the hard way not to take its success for granted.
The unified team has knocked off the United States, the biggest upset in the history of women's basketball in the Olympics.
The 92 summer was a shock. Not at one time that I thought, well, we're not going to come home with the gold. And when that happened, that stung me. And I want that feeling of pride back, of knowing that we are the best players in the world.
To that end, USA Basketball, the sport's national governing body, formed a team in 1995 that would train for 1 year.
I don't think we can do what we used to do anymore. I mean, just throw them together and expect our team to win just because we're Americans. It's really unfair to the women on the team to put them in that type of competition without preparing them.
All teams are going to be ready for us. And I think to have a team together to prepare in 1 year for the Olympics is a great experience and one I will never forget.
The national team is a blend of talent and personalities. Learning to play together and accepting each one's roles are all part of the mission.
Hey, work, Ruthie! Somewhere along the line, everyone's been a Player of the Year or All-American or all, everything. All those awards and championships and those things are left at the door when we go into practice or when we go into a game. And that's just a really special feeling, I think, with this team.
I'm still kind of in awe when I'm playing with these guys because they're the best players in the world. And I'm still the young kid on the block, and I have a lot to learn. And it's great because I know they're the ones who will be able to teach me.
The women's team has been on a whirlwind tour, playing exhibition games around the world as it prepares to win back the gold medal.
Strong move by Leslie.
I definitely believe this team has something to prove because every USA team should. We feel that we're the best. We want to be the best and we want to stay on top. So our main focus is to get the gold.
Everyone on the team has a picture of the gold medal, and we just use it to visualize every day.
I think there's a lot for us to live up to, and I think we have a big responsibility. I don't think anybody on the team takes that lightly.
I believe that we will prepare well, and we don't have to worry about the pressure. We just have to do what we know what we do best, and that's play basketball.
The global popularity of women's and men's basketball is at a fever pitch. And this summer in Atlanta, the game's voices will be heard from around the world. The U.S. men's team is answering the call to the Olympic challenge by naming as its leader one of the assistant coaches of the original Dream Team, Lenny Wilkens.
Well, that was one of the positive things when I saw that they were putting this team together, and here's Lenny Wilkens as a coach. I knew it was going to be a special group of guys, so that was probably, a big thing in me deciding that I wanted to play.
In the best of all possible matches, the Ultimate Players coach will now have the ultimate players.
Hanging on his arm, boy. Hanging on his arm. Come on.
I had the opportunity to play under Lenny on the first Dream Team. Had the opportunity to play for him in the All-Star game. A great coach, someone who players really admire and look up to. It's just wonderful to be able to play for a guy like that.
Gotta stay on the boards. Remember, transition.
With a reputation for building winning teams and maximizing talent wherever he's gone, Lenny has always secured the respect of his players.
Now, I got a great coach in Coach Sloan, but then you look around the league and you say, God, who would I like to play for? And I can't name a lot of coaches, but I can name him. It's more to the game of basketball than what people see. I'm not too honored when someone gets something they didn't earn, they didn't work for, but he paid his dues.
Streamers fly in the Omni as Lenny Wilkens says his 1,000th career win as an NBA head coach.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winningest coach in NBA history resides in Atlanta.
Wilkins' legacy has gone from Hall of Fame player to championship coach.
Supersonics win their first ever NBA championship.
To what may be the crowning achievement of a most brilliant career, coach of the 1996 Dream Team.
The excitement, the intensity, it's just incredible. I loved every moment of it. And I think once you taste it, you always want to go back.
As Lenny hopes for a second taste of Olympic gold, he'll be joined by another future Hall of Famer, Charles Barkley. The man they call Sir Charles returns with awesome talent, plus plenty of personality.
And Charles is on the run again. Behind it. Wow. Oh,
but ain't no one player can guard me, and y'all can write that down.
Charles like anyone who listened to him.
I think we all respect each other, but we don't get to spend a lot of quality time together. So I'm looking forward to just meeting new guys, spending time, and see what they're like off the court.
Come on, man, you're bowling ball here. Hey, that was a good joke. Did you do that too? I did. That was pretty good.
I think we'll be relaxed with him, but more so, when it's time to play, he's a serious guy.
Sensational hustle play by Charles Barkley. Here comes Barkley all the way.
Barkley will once again treat the Olympic audience to his sharp outside shooting as well as his dominant inside game.
Well, I'm going to be the player coach more than anything. I'm going to try to make Lenny a great coach. I'm kind of like his #1 assistant.
You get the feel that Charles is doing just exactly what he wants to do out there?
And there'll be no lack of Charles Barkley humor.
How much do you know about Angola, the guy that you would be playing there? And
I don't know anything about Angola, but Angola's in trouble.
As much as Barkley enjoyed being the toast of Barcelona in '92, he has personal reasons for looking forward to playing this summer in Atlanta.
But I think this time I'm probably going to enjoy it more. The first time we didn't get to play in the States. And my hometown's only about an hour and a half away, and I think it's going to be exciting.
So exciting that Barkley can just imagine what the best part of this year's Olympic experience will be.
What do I look forward to the most? Probably just looking in the stands and seeing my family probably. Because you couldn't take them all to Barcelona. And you're not all coming to Atlanta. But hopefully my mother and grandmother and my brothers will be there.
Isn't this fun, Mom?
Another key ingredient to this year's team is Sacramento guard Mitch Richmond. He was on the 1988 Olympic team and is thrilled to be selected again.
The call came from Rod Thorne, and he just said, congratulations, I made the team. And I kind of dropped my towel because I had just got out of the shower.
I like it.
This is a testament to the committee, to the other NBA players who mentioned Mitch's name, and to Mitch himself, that he got selected to this team. He's a terrific player.
One of the league's most consistent scorers, Richmond also brings veteran leadership.
Let's go, baby, let's go. Let's go, man, let's go. Let's be ready, let's go.
What you got, Mitch?
2 up.
Mitch, you got it.
Richmond from outside. What a cold-blooded shot by Mitch Richmond.
A deadly shooter, Mitch has averaged more than 21 points a game in 8 straight seasons.
One of those Mitch Richmond rolls.
He also brings to Atlanta a skill of another kind, impersonating his Olympic teammates.
David Robinson. Oh, yeah, David Robinson. Do call. Who? Karl Malone.
But on the court, Mitch is all business. In 1996, he led the Kings to their first playoff appearance in 10 years, and now has a chance for a gold medal.
In 1988 and 1996 has to be the highlight of my career. Being able to play for your country and being able to be on a team like this and represent everyone, I think this has to be a high honor.
Richmond, twisting, turning, gets open, fires, swish.
You know, it feels good to go back and play with the guys that's going to be a part of this team. And I feel that with the team that we have, we can win the gold medal.
While veteran stars are a big part of the Olympic team, the future will also be represented. The team's youngest player, Glenn Robinson, was the first pick in the '94 NBA draft and entered the league with great fanfare.
Robinson labeled by Sports Illustrated as the most complete player since Larry Bird last year.
This is a young man who is highly regarded.
In his first 2 NBA seasons, the big dog showed flashes of brilliance.
Baker throws it down the middle of Robinson. He spins it up and in. Basket counts to Robinson.
In the lane, he drives around and sends it home.
Just 23 years old, Glenn has already packed a lot of thrills into a short career.
Dog can shoot the three. You got to be careful. Reggie's out on him. He wants to drive, do it up again, and got it.
I didn't ever dream about being on the Olympic team that much because I thought that if I made the NBA, I thought that'd be good enough for me. But now I'm reaching higher standards, so I'm gonna go for it.
Benoit Benjamin has it, goes right back to the big dog, and he hammers it down. How about the night that Glenn Robinson has had? 38 points. Sensational. The big dog is Marcus at the Bradley Center.
They call him the big dog. He wasn't quite as big as I thought he'd be when he came in the league, but he's an exciting type of a player. I mean, because he can do it all. He can rebound, he can score. He's very talented.
Who's going to stop Big Dog Robinson? He scores inside, outside, and from anywhere he chooses.
Big dog, he can do it all, and he's just the offensive machine. And if I'm on the court with him, I'll just pass the ball to Big Dog, let him do his thing.
Big Dog's got to heave it at the buzzer. That's good. It goes, and it does! Oh, my! Long range for the Big Dog! Robinson on the drive with the left hand. Look at the move. Putting on a clinic.
Robinson intends to do the same in Atlanta as he sets his sights on one very special dream, winning a gold medal.
Only special players, I think, that have been in this league are the only guys that have had a chance to do that, have had a chance to put gold around their neck from the Olympics. So I think that if I can do that, I'll be a part of a special group.
No young star of the Dream Team has shown more brightly than Grant Hill, who now adds the title Olympian to his credit.
The ball was in.
This is by far the highlight of my career. I can't think of anything really in my career, in my life that I've done that excites me like this. To be considered, one of the top players and to be on this Dream Team, it's a great feeling.
Of all the new stars in the game today, perhaps no one has entered the league as dramatically as Grant. Right away, he won over fans with his breathtaking play.
Wow, what a play by Grant Hill! Grant Hill comes through, reverses off the high glass, and he hit it. Little Dr. J for you there. Good roll, Grant Hill and Terry. The slash, the jam!
In comes a fresh young man in Grant Hill who brought back some of that flair to the game.
How about that serious slam? Grant Hill with the explosion!
That was Jordan Ness.
Fans are electrified by creativity, and Grant Hill certainly has those credentials.
Buckle up! Oh, baby, what a play by Grant Hill!
It looks like he's out there, and he's kind of moving slow, and he's kind of lulling you to sleep. Then he makes an explosive play like that. I think that's what kind of sets him apart.
I don't believe what I just saw! I saw a man fly!
But even more impressive than Grant's spectacular flair
Sensational play by Grant Hill!
is his dominance in all phases of the game.
Ejected big time by Grant Hill.
Blocked by Grant Hill. Defense! Grant Hill with the steal. That's a triple-double for Grant Hill.
Skills are unbelievable. I mean, he's one of those versatile players who could play 2 and 3 positions and could more or less take over a ball game.
Mano a mano, Grant Hill, oh my!
You can't really describe his game because he's so smooth and very talented and smart with the basketball. And, you know, he runs the floor unlike anybody that I've ever seen.
They can't stop him. Absolutely can't stop him.
You know, he's turned out to what I thought he was going to be, a great player.
Grant has used his status as a basketball star to be a positive influence in the lives of others.
Please welcome Grant Hill.
Everyone should dream and have dreams and do what you try to do to make those dreams come true. I know I have, and you know, in some ways, I've been fortunate that a lot of my dreams have come true.
For Hill, another dream is about to come true. As the torch of Olympic greatness is passed to this year's Olympic team, he will be among those to carry it on.
It was always a dream of mine to play in the Olympics, to be in that category of a select few. That to me, you know, it's just great. It's a wonderful honor.
For all the members of the 1996 Dream Team, theirs is a monumental honor, representing the United States as the world's greatest collection of basketball players. And as they head to Atlanta, they are determined to carry on the legacy of their Dream Team predecessors and leave an everlasting mark on Olympic history.
Good looks, Hardaway, boy, was open those and seamless open up.
Call for the ball. Give it up. Oh, Olajuwon with a slam.
Back pass to Barkley. He drives up and under and scores. Suns running.
Numbers 3 on 2. Henry back to Mitch from 17. He's got the bucket, and we've got a new ball game in Sacramento.
And against Corbin. Big screen by Oden. Ran down the lane. Big scoring. Superstar play by number 33.
Down behind, and one drive. Stockton left to right. Fires. Great feet underneath. And a deep show of done. Keith from Stockton.
10 to shoot now for the big fella. He'll draw the double team. He'll split it, and he'll drill it.
Reggie wide open over Elo. Yes! Reggie's got the hook.
Robinson against Harvey Grant. Great up and under move.
Stockton yo-yoing, looking for Karl Malone. He'll lob low. Great feed. Hammered up. The Belleville. Stockton to Malone.
On to David Robinson. Backing in. Spins on Meyer. Slam dunk.
Right? It's a wrap.